around 7 years, I was very exposed to many like different kind of practice, Catholic, Christian, yoga, impersonalist, and then finally I came to know more about Bhakti yoga. So after know about Bhakti yoga, I developed a very good friendship with one of my seniors in Colombia, who kind of was my mentor friend. And then she moved to Alachua, who is in Florida. And then she told me, just come here and try Christian House, who was my place of community, friendship. So I want to share this picture because I feel like one of the things very important in life and to have balance is you need to have a community or group of people can support that, and otherwise it's going to be very difficult. I mean, alone we can do many things, and then yeah, if we have a very strong determination, consistence, we can achieve many things. It's not we cannot, but one time we in one point we want to share also or our success, is that, for example, in the job they give you like a good news, and they give like your salary increase, you want to go home and share with your mom, your husband. You don't want to be in home alone like, yeah, achieve this. No. So it's very important to have a very nice community. So in this community, I create many habits that already I implement in my personal life, and then makes me more balanced. So I just want to share that with you, all of you. And then we're going to do an exercise. So everybody's going to stand up, please. So the one thing we're going to do is we're going to do a yoga pose. So everybody's going to get comfortable. Move your arms. If you feel hot, just take your jacket out. If you feel cold, just put your jacket on. And then we're going to put our feet in our leg, and then we're going to stand there. So whoever is not be able to keep the balance just need to sit down, and whoever is be able to keep the balance, just stay in your position, your posture. So we're going to see who is going to be able to keep the balance. Okay, you sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay. Wow, we have how many yogis here. Now you're going to close your eyes. Okay, sit down. Close your eyes. Everybody, close the eyes. Close the eyes. Yeah, yeah. You're trying to close the eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. If you don't close your eyes, you're out of the game. Okay, we have one more, two more. Wow. Wow, look at these yogis. Okay, we're going to. So from that exercise, I want to know what it was your inside, like when you was thinking about the exercise, like who was just you keep your posture, you keep everything, was your inside.
I mean, I used to do yoga back in India, and I did it for 3 4 years. So I don't do it right now, but uh, I think it's still in me. So that was.
So basically you keep your balance because you already knew the movements.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you?
I was a Bharatanatyam dancer, so I am used to balancing that.
Okay,
It's
yes.
been a while, but whenever I stand on one foot, it is mostly everything for me.
Okay, so you used to do that thing. Okay, sounds good. So it's very interesting when we do this exercise. This is some habits that already develop in yourself, and then when you used to do it, for you it's very easy to follow and to keep it. But when you're not, you can do it, but you fail. And then when I say close the eyes, failed. And then it's because changes that come, and then you don't know how to react. But when you know how to deal with that, you immediately can do it. So like here and here. So okay, so we're going to. Oh, so this is the next exercise I have for you guys. But we're going to do in the end. I'm just going to explain it now, and then after the presentation, we're going to. So we have. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, the wheel of life. Probably in many companies they do this. Um, Usually is for keeping kind of track of all different things in our lives. So this is called the wheel of life. So the wheel of life have different areas when we can see financial, personal growth, health, friends, love, recreation, and spirituality. So the idea is like in the end, after the presentation, what we're going to do is each of you, they're going to kind of write the number like where your spirituality is right now. If you're very spiritual person and if you practice every day, you can put 5. Yeah, I feel like very spiritual. I wake up every day early. I do mantra meditation or I read. But if you feel like, no, I really know, I fall asleep and then I kind of have a hard time to meditate or I do my personal spiritual practice, I put 3. So in the end, what we're going to do is we're going to see which the areas we kind of like focus more time, and then with the which areas need a little bit more dedication and more attention in our lives. Because like for keeping balance, it's important to see where the areas we need a little bit more attention and we cannot neglect. It's kind of like when you do this in this game. I don't remember with the balls juggling. It's like you have 2 balls in your hand and one is in the air, and in the air the ball is neglected, but in your hands is in your control. So when you switch, we need to switch the balls. It's the same with life. We need to really see which is the balls we need to pay attention. So this exercise is going to help us to see where we are right now, like in the present, and where we can work in the future. And then if you guys like the exercise, you can do every month for yourself. And then in the back, you can write what are your goals for this month to achieve that balance that you neglect in these areas. What are the goals you want to make for this month to achieve the balance? So I'm going to give you to all of you. Maybe you can share. And in the end, we're going to have like a 5 minutes, and then we're going to write. Is that okay with everybody? Someone has a question, comment, something they want to share? No, they're good.
So what if we don't wake up in the morning and do the chanting every day? So what is the number? 4?
Oh, it depends of you. I mean, depends how you feel with your spirituality. How you feel about that. You feel like it's something you feel like, oh yeah, it's something I want to accomplish for a long time. Right now, I'm accomplished that. So yeah, it depends. It's very personal, actually. It's just, I mean, I can suggest something, but everything is depends of you because, I mean, you're an individual. You know your routine. You know your priorities. You know your obligations. So it's very inside thing. So overall. So right now I'm going to share how to find balanced life. So we did exercise, we talk about different things, and then it's very nice because in our practice we have a scripture which is called Bhagavad Gita. I don't know if you're familiar with Bhagavad Gita. So if you're familiar, just raise your hand. Okay, wow, everybody is familiar with Bhagavad Gita. You already guys read the whole book or just familiar because the culture? Reading. Who read the book? Who else read the book? Okay, just one.
Reading.
Oh, you're reading. You're reading in the present. Okay. So which chapter you are right now?
I think it's 5:35 to 31.
Okay, nice. So you know there. Okay, so this Bhagavad Gita, like all of you know and they're familiar because the culture is a book who's more is 5,000 years old. Like it's a very ancient wisdom who teach us many techniques, and then one of the techniques to learn how to keep balance is we need to know how the world is acting right now. So Bhagavad Gita is say like the world is kind of like the picture is kind of like dominated by 3 modes of nature. We call it like tamas, sattva, and rajas. So they say like Bhagavad Krishna say in the book. So basically, the Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between the teacher and the listener, who are the student, who is the teacher is, and the student is. Oh, very nice. So this conversation goes like start with like a battle, like it's the time to fight. So we're going to fight here, and then but Arjuna is like fighting. Like the first question of Arjuna is like, I want to see how the other, like, that the other person in the other part they look like how they feel and how like. So Krishna say, okay, Arjuna, I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring you and there to show you how is your opponent acting. So Arjuna say, okay, I want to, and then Arjuna start to become confused. No, Arjuna's like, oh my gosh, it's just confusing. Like right now, I'm going to start in battle. I'm going to fight with my family, with my members. How is this one is going to bring me happiness? How this is going to bring me like balance? How is, and then Krishna say, no worry. I mean, and then Arjuna start to have many questions. You know, we in life we start to have many questions like, okay, when I'm going to die, what is my purpose of life, if is this love I have is going to fulfill me. So Arjuna have these whole questions, and then Krishna is, so in one point Krishna is like, don't worry, I'm going to explain you what is these things that are happening. So we have these things like Krishna saying in the Bhagavad Gita, we have these three gunas who like ignorance is at one extreme. Ignorance is like have like people. I mean, it's so many things can be in ignorance. We're going to go more deep later. And the passion is the other extreme. Like, or you ignorant your passion, but the balance is between sattva. Sattva is more of goodness. So so when it's kind of like, it reminds me kind of like the three primary colors when it's like very blue and red and white, and then with these three colors you can make many different combination because they're three primary colors, but when you mix it you can make many mixed combinations. So it's the same thing with the three gunas. We can have many gunas from external things, and then many internal things. When someone comes, it makes everybody distracted. Hi Krishna, welcome. No, no problem. Please be part of the circle. So everybody needs to go more open. So what is your name?
My name is Rushita.
Krisheta. And yours? Bansuri. Okay.
Hi, Bansuri.
Bansuri, yeah. Okay. So right now we're talking about the gunas. Okay. Sorry, you guys that came late, but
No, you continue.
okay.
Want to move a little forward so that everyone can be part of this. Forward? Yeah, you can even sit in front. I mean, it's just like a.
So continue with the point. So when we have this, we have two extremes. Like we have ignorance, passion, and sattva in the middle, no? So when you be able to cultivate sattva in your life, you be able to cultivate balance. Because why? Because sattva creates this self-discover in yourself. Why? Why it creates this self-discovery in yourself? Because they bring you in a more grounded platform that you be able to think. You know, like when we very ignorant, we get in this mood like, oh, I want to sleep so much. Like she said, like it's so unbalanced the sleeping, or like you very restless. You kind of like someone told you something, you're like, oh no, I don't want to. And when you became very passionate, you want to do everything. You're like, I want to achieve this. You want to run. So it's two extremes that don't allow you to be with yourself, to think, to be self-introspective, to stop and say like, okay, what is my purpose in life? Why I'm doing this job? Why I have this friendship? Why I came to New York, for example? Why I have this dream? What I want to achieve? What's these goals? No? So this is So the conclusion of these three gunas is we need to remember to keep the center, sattva. Sattva is something we always need to cultivate. And then it's a secret to cultivate sattva. So for example, the three modes of nature, they're always going to affect many things. So for example, when I was explaining the outside world. So for example, in more of passion, more of food and more of passion. It's food that they agitate your senses. They just create like, oh, like I don't know. I can think like spicy food is like a passionate food. And more of like ignorance is like food like is coming from like dead animals. But sattvic food is food like it's nourish you. It's like you feel like, or when you eat, you feel like, oh, my mom cook is so nourished, and like, you feel good. No, you feel like so, and then these kind of like food, places, environments, times of the days, the way they clothes is there. I mean, especially in New York, is the fashion country, you know, the fashion place where it's like, if you know fashion, part of anything. And then you can see many variety of people, you know, like the way to dress, you can kind of like guess which kind of consciousness you are, you know. So in the same way, like inside these things, these three modes of nature, they are fate or inside or fate in things or determination. They're also determinate or desires. So this is the reason when we create routines, like when we start to think and be and cultivate more of goodness, and we start think more inside and then be self discovered, we can develop habits. So right now I'm going to share like four habits that are going to help you to really try to go inside and cultivate the balance life. We all of us we're looking for that in the end, you know. So the first habit I recommend is spend time with yourself. And then this is a tricky one because I feel like especially in places like New York, we can see like spend time with yourself is equal to loneliness, you know. So people say like, what I'm going to do alone, I feel lonely, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, I don't have friends. No, you know, it's like you can make that long, like that time for yourself so fun that you didn't realize you're alone. You kind of have like, you feel like, wow, I feel alive and I feel like I have time to think, to like. So I have few ideas like you can spend the time when you alone. So one of the things when you alone, you can do 15 minutes of exercise. So for example, so many people say here like they like to do yoga. You can do running, you can do walk, you can do play ping pong, playing other sports you would like to do it. Or like have some movement. You know, I have this guy he's from Thailand, and he said like 15 minutes of like work, like jumping, move your things. Just make your body moving, and whatever emotion is blocking your areas, it's just moving. You know, it's just like, feel like, because sometimes like we don't believe, but emotions, when we feel strong, like strong emotions, because for any situation happening in our day or in a regular routine, like anger or sadness and everything, and it start to manifesting in our pains in the body, like you feel like, oh, my back is here, oh, my stomach is there. It's because it's blocks there. So if you don't move your body, never they're going to be away. They're going to be there, and then you're never going to be able to let it go. So this is a one thing you need to start cultivating yourself. Have 15 minutes of exercise. It's not so much for a New York schedule. It's perfect. It's not like it's not going to interrupt any of your routine. It's just totally good, and you're still spending time with yourself. So the next thing is like meditation. Someone said like, I would like to have like a more meditation, like add meditation in my life. So meditation, yeah, just chant Maha Mantra. We can teach you how we have this Maha Mantra. We kind of like sharing here. Like for example, we have the Maha Mantra here in the wall. They can help you to achieve that peace in your mind. And then you can just do for 15 minutes every day. I mean, you can just put your schedule 15 minutes of japa meditation, and you can see how your mind is getting like ready for good things. You still spend time with yourself, kind of like get anxious. And then also 15 minutes of reading some wisdom. Like everybody said, like, I mean, everybody's familiar with Bhagavad Gita, or if you're inclined to read other wisdom who is alive and in your life, 15 minutes is perfect. And then the last thing is journaling. Someone say, I want to journal more. Oh, sorry, you changed the shit, so like that. So do more journal. Like journal is such a nice way to like get emotions outside, especially for women. We have so many emotions, and with our cycles, that just we experience so many changes. Like, I don't know if you guys experience the same, but I feel like sometimes I'm crazy. Okay, just you want to share something?
No, I mean I do during the cycles. It's just get super depressed, sad, and then next day I feel like very happy person. Gone. I thought I can be happy about the next.
Exactly. So we experience these whole emotions, and then sometimes we don't know what to do with them. We kind of can get crazy. I mean, I feel like sometimes I get crazy, and then we make crazy other people around us. You're just like, what's wrong with you? I don't know. And then you're like, oh. So you need to do this journal. Journal is really helpful for take out this emotion, these thoughts, these kind of like things that are inside. They need to like let it go. Just need to go out, and then you'll be able to be more peaceful. So with this formula, 15 minutes every day of doing these four things, you going to see how your life is going to change, how your daily life is going to start so different, like before work, before go to school. Because when we go out, it's like we put ourselves to many stimulations, especially in New York. I mean, you're going in the train. I mean, if you're very observed person, you can see like when you go, for example, in the street, you see the homeless, the guy is screaming like so many bad words there, the lady who is like undressed, like she doesn't cover her things, and then you kind of like, whoa, disturb. And then you go in the subway, and there's just crazy guys there, and then it's many people like, and then, and the train is like, yeah. And then it's so many noises, like, oh my god, there's so much stimulus. And then when you go to Times Square, so many TVs and you so many propaganda, buy things. And then you kind of like, dang, it's so much stimulation, it's like, when is going to stop this thing? I mean, for me personally, it's so much, like sometimes just like, okay, I cannot deal with that. But when we have this routine, we can, I mean, personally, I start to having this 1 month ago, and I can see how much, I mean, I can see the difference on my day. It's like I feel more positive, I feel more happy. It's like the disturbance they're kind of like before, more like they're more like less disturbing. You'll be able to have a more healthy communication with everybody around you. You'll be able to like have a healthy life. Like you feel like, okay, I can handle it. It's not like overwhelming. So anybody have a question? Everybody wants to share something? Because sometimes when you talk, and everybody's like,
I just have a quick question
yeah, yeah, no problem.
regarding journaling. So I've been trying to get into the practice of journaling because sometimes you go through so many emotions in whatever situation you're in, and then you start thinking about it retrospectively when you're out of that situation, right? You're like, okay, I could have done that, I could have done this, whatever. But I've seen a lot of people who journal, they would want to process those emotions when they're going through it, which I think is a good thing because I don't know, for whatever reason you can modulate yourself a lot better when you're in that situation also, rather than thinking about it retrospectively. Oh, I could have done that, or I could have done this. My question being, are there any? So I've seen a lot of, I've read a lot of posts where they give you journaling prompts, where you could. I really don't have any like dear diary moments every day, but I'm like, dear diary, I could have done this or I could have done that. But there are these prompts that help you. Are there any apps that anybody's aware of, or anything that you guys kind of follow to get those prompts, or anything that you have come across? Because I know that there are some apps that exist. I just don't know which one's good.
Yeah, I have a journal who is in Amazon. I don't remember the name, but I bought, and they have these kind of questions already.
Mhm.
But I found a little limited because
Yeah.
sometimes you want to write more and then just give you three lines.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, okay, it's ending.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, of course, it's nice to go always deeply, like deep in yourself. But I found like the basic questions, I think, for journal every day is just like, for example, what are the things I learned today? What are the things I need to improve today? And what are the things I love to do for others today? It's not just about ourselves, also things we do for others. Sometimes we can, in the street, you kind of see a lady and you smile. You kind of like, oh, it's nice. I mean, probably for you it's nothing, but for the lady it's like, oh, someone is smiling me in the street. So these kind of like reflections, they bring you more questions when you continue and you create the habit. But this is kind of like the basic questions for me, like, what are the things I learned today? What are the things I need to improve today? And what are the things I did for others? Like, because it's a basic daily life, always we have a thing we kind of like happen in a day, and things we learn every day. We learn something. I mean, people can say no, but every day we learn something. Like, we learn how to buy the ticket in the metro. We learn how to take the subway. We didn't understand the system in New York, and we get confused. So I mean, it's so many things we learn every day that is a this is kind of like my answer. But of course, as many tools right now for journaling, I think is something is getting more kind of like more popular, or on in actually in right now, is because it's so much mental health issues, that because we if you realize, when you ask people like, okay, just spend time alone with yourself, many people is like, okay, I take my phone and then I do this Instagram, when the Kim Kardashian is doing, when is it. So basically, you never people doesn't understand, like, spending time is just disconnecting yourself. It's just be with yourself. It's just like, okay, how I mean, for ladies, like, how I can do self-care, mascara, put oil in my hair, do my nails. These things that they can, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're superficial, but in the end they make us feel like nice. It feels like, oh, we take care of ourselves. It's not something bad. It's something like we need to do it eventually. But spending time with yourself is not taking the phone and do this. No, no, do that. It's just, please. I just feel so sad when I saw everyone. The song was like they look like a zombies. They're just like, they can be killing someone there, and you're like, and then you take a picture and then you post it. So just try to be mindful. Like, it's, I mean, life is so precious, and there's so much you can share with others in present, that just try to like really go deep in yourself, and then just try to dedicate this 1 hour. I give you like four different activities you can really practice, and then really go deep with yourself. So okay, the second thing, we have time, yeah, I feel like, okay. Okay, the second things, sometimes we have the tendency to put the important things away and take the easy things. So for this, it's so important to create like a routine schedule. Like success people, like you, if you have any chance to read many success, these guys, they have millionaires, and they have kind of like a time frame for everything. Like, they usually, someone is a little shy. Is someone there? Is someone there? Okay. So they usually have time for everything. They have a routine for wake up early. They have a routine for like doing things in the certain way, spending time with family, doing this time frame of work in this time, then after taking time off for the job or whatever. So what is the reason they do that? Because it's so important to always make priorities. Like, I feel like some people have, I mean, I used to have the tendency to have so many things And then if someone asked me, oh, can you do that for me, I was like, yeah, sure. And then in the end, I was like, my things are kind of like accumulate, and then I start to please everybody around. And then the result was like so interesting because I was feeling so dissatisfied. I was like, why am I feeling so dissatisfied if I'm helping others, if I'm doing things for others? If... But the reason is because I never understood like priorities. They're priorities for one reason. It's not like they're there. It's just like it's the one reason when we make priorities and we focus to doing that things efficiently, we can help others. So just remember, you need to make your daily routine like what are you going to do every day, so in that way you when you going to serve others, you serve in a very nice mood, in a very nice sattvic environment, when you feel like, oh, I'm so grateful, I'm so nice, I'm so happy. So that is other tip to create balance in life, because when you don't have routine, what happened, or sleeping schedule start changing. So like the thing is we can try is like, okay, we said like, and also iPhone, I think iPhone have this app when they can kind of like measure your sleeping routine. I don't know if you guys are kind of familiar with that. And then you can see, you kind of like when it's time to sleep, it's just send you this pop, time to sleep, and you kind of like, oh, 5 minutes, don't worry, it's like it's okay. And then 1 hour later, even Instagram, seeing the life of others, you kind of like, okay. And then again, pop, time to sleep, and you kind of ignore. Pop, time to sleep. So what is the point? I mean, it's the point is just like you start neglect yourself. And then yeah, I mean, others. I mean, many people put many content in social media and everything, and then they're happy to you see their content. But how about your life? How about your sleep? How about your health? How about your habits? You cannot you make priority that people than your own life. So it's so important that we need to make priorities, like just keep in mind to keep the balance in your life, just make things where priorities first, and then later you whatever is not urgent is good. So this is a famous structure, like they kind of like teach you how like things that really quickly you do it, things that you can have the time to do it, and things you don't need to do it, you can also empower other person to do it for you. I mean, you don't need to do everything, like a superhuman. I mean, everybody have also, I mean, it's nice also to share also with others what you can do. Okay, the third thing you can say, like the daily routine, I say is very important. Like just make it's good to be regulated is so important. And then I found in my personal life, like regulation makes the mind to be more consistent, because when one day you miss that regulation, your mind is like, oh, okay, it's time to wake up. It's just like it's natural. It seems like the body, when you travel, for example, when you travel to other country and then you're going to sleep, for example, you're going from here to India, the time is changing, but your body wake up in the same time you wake up here. It's because it's natural. It's natural to create routines for us. So just make the time, whatever you do it, the same time do the thing, and then you're going to see consistent makes people success. So the fourth thing is have a mentor. So mentors, they're going to help us to achieve these things we need to achieve in life. You know, for example, and many of you they're working corporations. Many of you they're going to start your masters and everything, and then they always recommend a mentor for doing your last project for the degree. You need a mentor for having probably in the corporations they always want to increase the kind of like the things they, I don't know, wherever they sell. For example, my husband is a realtor, so he has a mentor, he has a coach who is always like, you can do it, just do it. So we need to eventually we need to have a mentor, like in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has a mentor who is Krishna. Krishna was guiding him, and like and was not a mentor like to tell you what to do, because Krishna never told Arjuna what to do. Krishna always give the freedom to Arjuna to choose. Like it said, like, okay, Arjuna, You feel confused right now. I understand you. I mean, you're going to fight with your family. You have a lot of emotions coming out. You feel overwhelmed. But no worry. I mean, it's other way to do it in a dharma way. Like, just follow your dharma. Just go through the dharma. And then you're going to be successful. And in the end of the Bhagavad Gita, he said, like, I give you this whole instruction. Now you choose wherever you want to do. And then we have freedom. I mean, we still have freedom. Mentors are just going, like a person, they're going to guide us the way we're going. And then also they give us feedback, because all of us, we need feedback, because sometimes when we not receive feedback, we think we're doing everything well, but actually sometimes we just like, we're not. So I just want to stop here and then ask if anybody have any questions. Like, we're going to keep sharing, but I just want to make sure everybody's okay. If you have questions, comments, something you want to share, something about your personal life, you feel like it's something that you can apply, or I don't know, whatever thoughts they're coming. You have time to think. That just 1 minute. No worry. It's not like you need to do it now.
I think Mataji, creating the structure like at a time, everyone tries to apply that in their life. I have also tried, but I think the one thing that matters the most is to follow that structure. Everyone
Follow.
creates a structure, like we will do this, and if one day we miss that, the other day brain will be like, okay, I don't think one missing one more day will be a problem. You can try to continue it from tomorrow, and then it's just change. Then we will be like, okay, then maybe we can change the schedule. Then we change the timing. But I think the main thing is that to be dedicated to that schedule. It's a very tedious task for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we get in the zone of the they have a word like, we cannot get relaxed.
Yeah.
Like
Procrastination.
procrastination. Yeah, we say like, okay, we have. It's kind of like when everybody start the gym. I remember like when you start gym, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
new year gym, like year inscription. Like, I have my coach, and then one day it's raining, and you're like, dang, I don't want to go to the gym. It's raining.
It was raining. I don't want to go.
You see, it's raining. It's great. It's just like, I don't want to get wet. It's just like, but the thing is, like, then is when you need to revelate your goal. What is your goal? Like, why do you create this routine? For what? It's just like, you need to remember, okay, what is the reason I decide to go to the gym? Oh, because I want to look nice, or I want to have a good health. So if I don't remember that goal, if I just remember the fact I'm going to miss the day and then it's going to be okay, so yeah, you get in procrastination time. It just, it's kind of like when the procrastination of like, oh, Instagram so many times. It's just like, the app also has like a time frame you can put like 15 minutes, but you're still keeping like, keeping no more, five my five, and then it's the realization of that is just like, you need to go deeply and understand, like, what is the reason I'm doing this for, to me? What is the reason I'm like, I'm neglecting myself? This is because we don't take ourselves serious. This is a problem. So this is a problem. We keep like procrastinate. We keep like our routines like back. So the point is, you need to think very deeply. You need to go inside or yourself. What is the thing? What is the reason I'm doing the thing? If I don't like it, so I need to change it. What is more comfortable? Or probably doing exercise in my home is going to be more consistent than going to the gym. Or going to the gym, not every day, but going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So more realistic, I feel like, because sometimes the reason we always broke our vows to things we make is because the expectation is here and the reality is here. So when the expectation is more real, you'll be able to be consistent, and then you'll be able to understand what is the value of that. And then if you, I mean, for example, with mantra meditation, I mean, you don't need to do like 64 rounds the first time you're going to start, and then no, you can do one mantra every day, and then you can see the consistent be your success. So it's kind of like go to school.
I think the one thing that helps me is to start small.
Small, exactly, small.
Sometimes you just like set these big goals, you know, like I want to achieve everything in a day, and it never happens.
Yeah,
Start with smaller goals. This helps you stay consistent
exactly.
and disciplined.
Yeah. So the next thing is relate with that. We have the tendency to want things perfect. We want to do everything perfect. Like perfection is the word everything. Like if you don't do perfect, you kind of like okay, let it go. I don't want to do any more of that. But no, it's like when you focus so much on perfection, you probably get achieve that, but you neglect the other areas. So just when we understand we need to be satisfied with or 8% or like whatever task we have, we need to be satisfied. We don't need to like try to achieve. I mean, because I remember in school also it's a lot of competition, like especially with masters. Like when you get master, it's just that everybody feels like animalistic. Yeah. Who is the best? Who doesn't sleep less to achieve the best project? I mean, but in the end, everybody's part of the same market. You need to find a job. You compete with more people. I know it's competition, but the reality, the companies they're also looking for like people who have values and people who can do the best and can be consistent, no perfect, because nobody is perfect. It's just consistent makes everything more sustainable. So yeah, I really like your point because bring the five things, the five kind of things to be I mean, if we practice that, we be able to have more balance in our life. So okay, so this is the five things. So I'm going to ask you what is the first thing for achieving or balance in our life, where we talk.
Spend time with yourself.
Okay, so what does it mean? Who wants to explain?
I can go.
Okay. Well, we need the other person because she she
I'm going on and on. Sorry about that.
no, it's good, but you know all that, so we need to go.
Yeah, spend time with yourself. That always helps. The second thing,
So
journaling.
well, spend time with yourself. They have four things we can do during
Yes.
this. So what are
You
the
can
four things?
meditate. You can do workout. You can journal. Forgot the fourth thing.
Okay,
Physical exercise. Yeah, physical exercise.
she said exercise
Yeah.
already.
Reading.
Reading. Who said that? Yay, everybody. Okay, good. Okay, what is the second thing?
Important things over easy things.
Okay, good. Can you explain your own words what it means that?
Prioritize.
Okay, prioritize things. Okay. The third thing,
Routine.
routine. So please explain your own words what it means that.
Yeah, so we need to stack up the work or things that we want to do at a specific time, and we need to stick to that. Although it's difficult.
Okay, okay, okay. And the fourth one for
Having a mentor.
having what?
Mentor.
Okay. And five,
Be
try
yourself.
your best. Yay. Okay. Good. So right now we're going to do the exercise. Oh, you don't have a paper. Oh, we have more?
Yeah,
It's fine. I mean,
No, we have more.
No, you need to participate. You come to the class, you participate.
thank you.
So we're going to we have pens. Okay, yeah, pens. So everybody take. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so everybody's going to have a pen, and then going to do self discovery about yourself. What are the things you're really good right now? What are the things you need to improve in your life? Or you want to improve? No, you need to. You want to. I mean, it's just like no imposing. Okay, she has a pen. So take your time. I'm going to do a little bit of music so you get in the mood of self-reflection. Whatever you learn in the presentation, you can apply. Make your goals for this month. Take your time. Okay. Okay. Yes, you can write that. Oh, but you need a different pen, yeah? Okay, yeah, you can write your goals you want to achieve for this month or for the next month, whatever you want for yourself. You need that different pen. Can I have a pen? So when you finish to put the dots in color, you're going to put together, so so we create like kind of like interesting form like that. So you can see your diagram, which kind of like figure is going to be. Make sense? Okay, yeah, she did. Good. Okay, everybody almost finished. Whoever finished, please raise your hand. Okay, almost there. So you guys, you already finished, yeah? So please, you guys, they can share whatever you write to her. Yeah, to each other. When we share, becomes more serious the things you commit. So whoever finished, so who else finished here? You can share with. You finished already, yeah? You can share with her. Maybe you, yeah, or maybe you want to know.
We can share together as well. It seems like a lot of people have finished it.
No, no, it's okay. Whoever finished, they can start sharing because we're going to have kirtan after that. So we make group of two. So you two, you finish already? You share with her, with the lady who's there. Not done yet. Okay. She's not done yet. You guys already finished? Okay, you guys share. Just discussion. You both it. You finished? Okay, you can. I didn't write anything, but okay, you can share. Okay, I feel like yeah, I feel like career is imbalanced now because I have a nice job and I like it, and then it's keeping me growing, personally growing. Financial is a little it's a little challenge, and maybe start getting in that place to be able to make more plans in the future for independence. Health also is a little not so good. I don't know why. I think I need to go and check my blood tests and everything. I don't know, lack of vitamins. Friends are saying the same. I keep connection with them. I don't with them all the time, but and love also from my family. Like very similar like you. Recreation trip because right now we focus so much in work. Spirituality I say for because yeah, right now it's more balanced than I was. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's fun. And the discussion. They like to talk to me. Come and share. Maybe you can share with them. Share with her. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, no, no. Just share whatever areas they need more work and whatever your goals there in general. You don't need to share your deep thoughts. Okay. Yeah. I think I definitely have been working a lot on my health. I definitely feel that a lot to work on my spiritual. But compared to love also, I can feel friends, cousins, parents, love me. But yes, when it comes to the true love, that was the point. I don't have so I rated myself. I think it's mostly around the health, spirituality, need to have more fun. And my personal growth is very much spirituality. Okay. And I see one spirituality or so that's why that's the only personal. Okay. Thank you. Really nice. Rinda, you want to share with her your
it's like the job is okay. I like it. I mean, like go through it. And I feel yeah, how when I compare myself to my mates, they are doing very well. I do that, but because if I leave my job, then I have to come back to that I'm getting a change of atmosphere. For spirituality, it's one day, like so many things are going on, and they're like, I mean, I'm just like, it's very and we have this community where it's all people just listen to lectures, reading. So I feel it's at one right now. But even recreation, because there's more time for anything, so even the recreation part moves. And that's why the idea of love happened. And love, I would say five, because it's friends, family, everyone involved, and it's ultimately like friends, whichever form it takes. Friends are the same as your listeners or friends. I think that is like really neat. But it was like, and yeah, even if I'm not the perfect friend, but I'm not doing nothing is happening in change wise, but I'm not like working out or
Okay, everybody have enough time to share? Okay. So we're going to get in our regular seats. Okay, thank you. So right now we have this space to I really appreciate all of you. They did such a good job. They took the time to write and then thinking about yourself. It's really nice. Right now we have the space to, if you have comments, feedbacks, questions, or anything you want to share, you really like it and you're going to keep for the next days or for yourself, or something inside you want to share with all of us, all the group. Or if you want to give me feedback, I'm also going to very appreciate that. I mean, we always keep improving, improve ourselves, and then it's the basis of human beings. We always open to feedbacks, so in that way we create a very strong connection with each other. So if anybody wants to talk, no feel shy. She's not shy. I really like her. She's not. So yeah, please.
If you are coming here next month, then you should take this and ask everyone, like, did we improve our
Or
what
you
we
want to
want?
you want to me like do a checking?
Yeah.
Well,
Then
I
only
like her
I
sister.
guess, yeah, then only I'm going to work on it. So
Okay, she has a really good idea. We do our check-in. Someone needs to check in us
yes.
if we keep doing so. I think because we try to build community of ladies, you guys. I mean, probably I don't know if I'm going to be next Sunday. I mean, next meeting, but of course it's something we can implement to each other. Check to each other. Okay, how was your last session? Did you apply what you say? Because you already have a partner already, so this is your partner who's going to check to you next time. So just make sure, like, you remember your partner. Take the number, please, the phone number. You can also ask her in 1 week, did you whatever. So really good idea. I appreciate that. So please do that. And just take serious. Like, just take the number of your partner, check with them if they already make the goals or what are the things they need to achieve that goals. So I really like that. Everybody, good idea. Okay, what else?
yeah, I think I have a thought.
Okay,
I really like how she said it brings the point of accountability.
accountability.
And yeah, and yesterday only me and my husband were discussing that if it's a service or anything that is important in our mind that we always end up doing, even if we push ourselves. But whenever it's something like, spending time with ourselves or spending time with each other, or maybe taking care of our home daily better, we tend to push it because there's no accountability. Like, no one's gonna ask us that,
Yeah.
oh, today is MYF, did you do something? No.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's gonna ask us that, did you spend time with yourself? So I don't know how to create accountability in those things, self care and stuff. But I think that's a great advice that you can just have partners. Or
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I really like your point when you say small. We start for small things, and a small thing is here. Like, you already develop a partner here. You already share with her. She has a context where you going to do the next few days or the next month. So it's nice to develop this friendship. one of the things is we cannot take for granted people. You know, people is so important, and right now, for some reason, we're here together. For any reasons, the energy or whatever you want to call the divine or whatever, but just appreciate the person you share with. I mean, it's such a, you can create such a easy friendship already. I mean, you don't need to like go in a like a date, spend so much money. That no, you just create a friendship already here. Cultivate that friendship where, like, I really like where you said, just try to make like the other person, hey, you did that. Just remind, just like the fun, you know, go to bed, and then the good thing is you're more personal because you cannot put like okay later. No, you need to talk to the person. So I really like that. Thank you, and your point of something. Okay, someone else.
So I just need a suggestion. So I'm in a phase like where I feel like motivated, less motivated. I was on LinkedIn for like 7 months and on this job trial so for 7 months and I didn't get any. They just ghost me. So now I'm in a situation like just like let's just leave it like that. It's a waste of time to go there and search. Also, I'm just thinking of going back to India again.
Mm,
So I mean I have no motivation left. So how to regain that motivation?
okay, how do come back? Yeah, I mean, to
I mean,
find.
the motivational speeches are like, okay, they tell because it's just there, but really from inside, how can I be self motivated?
Yeah, of course, your situation is something like, I mean, when we not be able to achieve things, of course, it's a little hard to be motivated. I mean, it's challenging because your mind always is telling you, you know, like why you probably you didn't get it, or what is the reason, or so many things the mind creates about that. So this is the reason to have like a routine, a spiritual practice that just help you to no neglect these things, but try to have other vision that things that's happening right now in your life. Probably, yeah, you said like, okay, I didn't get the job, I need to come back to India. Probably being in India is going to be your element. Because why? Because you have a family, or probably you need your family, or probably you're going to find a good job, you're more happy than here. I mean, if you really think deeply, America is no easy life. Living alone is no easy life for a lady, especially in a city who is very
Yeah.
difficult and challenging. So of course, I mean, when one point we need people around us who can always care or struggle. I mean, help us to like dealing with that struggles. So if you're suffering so much in one place, what is the point to stay there? If you can be another place when probably, yeah, going to get the things, of course they always showing to us like, oh, the American dream or anything, but you're going to have more mental health, you're going to have more balance in your life. So it's just like, in one point we do our best, but also we pray. I feel like personally pray is something my husband do more than me. Like I'm more like a active person in other things, but definitely I pray when I feel very confused, for example, and when I feel like I really struggle, like, and I can let it go things. I really pray, and pray always help me to like have the moment to really understand what is the reason I'm in this situation and how I can understand it healthy. And then of course having a person, for example, you already have a friend right now, you probably she can contact you with someone who is looking for a job, or like having a job for you. I mean, you never know, we always build network.
Yeah.
So this is a part of community, we help each other. So
Can I add something on this?
yes, of course.
And I'm sorry if I go on and on. You can ask me to shut up. But
Yeah, like here.
when it comes to self motivation, and I've been in that situation, which is why I can tell you, which is why I come from a place of experience. You really need to decide. Like, see if you're considering India for that matter. I was also considering at one point. You would with America actually think cost something, but you can just be like, oh, I went for a walk. I went to the park. I spoke to a friend, something like that.
Yes,
Something that's really helped me. Thank you. So
it's nice because she's sharing good points. It's just try to